recreation ground. The first game is between China and Malaysia. The two captains are out here. China will toss the coin. Malaysia will call. Let's have the toss. Heads is the call. It's tails. China have won the toss. Okay, Mingyu, you won the toss. So what have you decided to do and why?
We will bowl first, and we came here check the pitch. I think bowl first is our best decision for us.
Anybody playing for the first time? Any newcomers debut for anybody in your team?
Yes, we have 2 or 3 young players, and it's the first time they play match.
Okay, good luck and go well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Winifred, lost the toss. What would you have done had you won the toss?
We were also thinking of bowling first, as the weather you can see is a bit gloomy as well and moisture on the pitch, but we were ready for both.
Okay, so any debutants for your team?
Yeah, we got one which Nurin is coming in as a debutant, and this first game for her.
Any scores in mind for the first game?
100 above will be a good score on this pitch, I guess. I think I haven't played on this ground actually, so I think this will be my first game on this ground as well. So I think 100 will be a good score on this.
Okay, go well. Thank you very much and good luck for the game today.
Thank you.
The toss is over to you now, and the wicket is not too conducive to batting, but I think a score of 100 plus, as Winifred said, is going to be a good score. Without going too much into the wicket, it is still a deck that has been prepared under a bit of weather. Hopefully the weather stays around and the weather doesn't get too bad today. Back to the broadcast table. Welcome back again. The first game in all readiness. We are very quickly going to have the 2 squads out for you guys. Hong Kong, China women's tri-series here between the 3 teams. China, Malaysia and Hong Kong, China. Live from Tin Kwong Road today. First up we've got Malaysia. The skipper Winifred, Masalisa Mahira Izzati, Nuraina Manina making her debut today, according to her captain. Nur Dania, Asia Lisa Ariana, Danusri Sri Mahunan, Nazatul, Aina Najwa and Ardina Bay round out the playing 11 for Malaysia. They are going to be batting first. They've been put in by China. China getting already there. We'll have the China women's team out for you soon as well. And their skipper Ming Yu, who's had Hong Kong experience before. She's played in the All-Stars here, and they're back here again. Maruki as well, she's had Hong Kong experience. Yihan Chao, Hu Ying Wang, Chung Kin, Kian Feng, Yu Teng Kong, Jia Peng Li, Xin Yu Chen, Hai Ting Wei and Yu Chi Kai. The 11 for China. We're going to be bowling first. The weather looks good. We've had a bit of a dodgy weather over the last week, but it's starting to settle down now. Hopefully we go through this tournament without much rain and delays. The umpires are all in readiness as well. We are very soon going to have live action for you. This is Asif Hussain. I'll be calling the games through this tournament. Should be a very good tournament. 3 equally matched sides. China over the last year or so have worked very hard. And lots of newcomers in their squads as well, and they've taken the game very seriously. Plenty of noise here early morning in the warm-ups as well. Both teams very much looking forward to this game, and as Winifred said, some of them obviously not having played at this venue before, but this is going to be a good experience. The wicket didn't look too bad, didn't have too much on it, and looked very dry as well. The 2 umpires today, Renee Montgomery and Hemant Tukrul. Officiating in the middle, John Prakash, the third umpire, and Gandhi Mathinaman, the match referee today. China's out in the middle. Looks like Maruki's waving her arms around. She's probably going to be opening the bowling for China. A good pace bowler. The last time I saw, I remember she getting a bit of outswing to the right-handers. Plenty of smiles there for Malaysian team as well. It looks like the skipper and Hasina. Apologies if I mispronounce some of the names. I'll try my best. It looks like the skipper's gonna take first strike. Husna is the non-striker, and looks like it's the skipper, Winifred, who's the on-strike batter. Maruki with the ball. We're ready for the first ball of the Hong Kong-China Women's Bilateral Tri-Series. Their warm-up routines there, the China girls team. Strong unit. Maruki has a strong action. It looks like they've not put in any slips. Very conventional field. Third man back on the fence, fine leg up in the circle. Square leg mid-wicket, short mid-wicket in fact. And on mid-off, and we're ready for the first ball. Ooh, play and a miss there from Winifred through to the wicket keeper. A bit of movement away in the air, and then kind of held its line after pitching. Mid-off, extra cover, point. Very, very conventional field there. Now gets a bit of an inside edge. Malaysia get off the mark with a French cut. And down to that fine leg region there. It's not going to be on strike now. Bit of inward movement there from Maruki. Oh, gets it to go away this time. Away swinger. Full toss, drilled straight to cover. Good throw back into the wicket keeper. and a miss outside the off stump. A bit of an inquiry from the umpire. And not much conviction in that appeal. But this is a good start so far. Away swinger, cut away, straight to point. Good fielding there, another very good arm. So far, looks like good energy there from the China women's team. Looks like they've worked out their strategies, looking very sharp in the field. 1 run off the first over. Winifred mentioned that she's not played on this ground before. It'll be interesting to see how they settle in. I'll be playing quite a few games over this weekend, so they will have time to get settled. But in a 3-team series, there's no real time to actually relax and try and get used to stuff. You've got to get the ball running as quickly as possible. Maruki that with that first over, it looks like it's the skipper Mingyu into the attack now, left arm spinner. Yes, it is. Mingyu having played. Oh, aerial, slightly away from the fielder. A bit of a misfield there at mid-off. Mingyu having played in the Hong Kong Women's All-Stars series 2 years ago. Both Mingyu and Maruki. Mingyu starting right behind the umpire. And nothing for the batter to see. Slow, just tosses it up. And gets it on a very good length. It's a bit of a spongy bounce there. It's nicely bowled. So far, not very convincing runs from Malaysia so far. It's a batter shot, but the fielder gets across, gets through the legs, and then good backup there from the China fielders. So far, 3 runs, 1 off the inside edge, 2 off misfields. And 2 runs off the first 3 balls so far, both coming off misfields. Something the China women can ill afford. Hit straight back to the bowler there. Winifred on strike now. So far, the batters haven't really looked very convincing, but it's only early days. That's a very good length. Plays it across towards that fine leg region. Chases on. Should only be a couple. Good arm. That's a very good arm on some of these China fielders. Enjoying seeing the energy in the field. A deep mid-wicket out. Full toss, hit straight to short mid-wicket. Maruki there. And that is the end of the second over. 5 on the board for the Malaysia women. And they'd like to make use of the power play. But so far, haven't really found the timing. Wang at point. Fang at cover. It looked like she was the fielder who gave that chase in that last over. Ooh, good pace on that one. Gets it through to the wicket-keeper there. Maruki has looked very, very good. And she enjoys bowling. Like something that she's very, very good ball. And this one drifts down the leg side. Good hand by the wicket keeper. Can't run on the wide, but the first extras of the day. Very gusty out there. Good weather for cricket, and not very hot, not very cold, very balanced. Driven hard, straight down the ground. Should only be a single, will be a single. Good work there at mid-on. Hai-Ting Wei, the fielder. Back on strike. Shot a ball outside off, lets it go. Driven once again, straight to the fielder, straight to the bowler. Already missing Mr. Aaron Bush, who's not here. My commentary coach. That one bounces a little bit, driven. Guided, in fact, down to third man. Another good arm. Ball coming up off the second over from Maruki. And another good one. She has knocked the poles over. That is a brilliant ball. Top of off stump, and she's knocked over the Malaysian opener, Husna. She has to walk back. That was a brilliant delivery there. Really, really nicely bowled. She was in a good channel throughout her first 2 overs, and finally gets reward for it. And another good one. That was an in-dipper. Knocked the poles over. That was a lovely, that is delivery. A brilliant. It looked prettier on the replay. A new batter walking in. The backbone of the Malaysian batting order, Masalisa. Playing for a while. A young cricketer, Masalisa. He's been around, gets lots of runs for her Malaysian team. And Ming Yu to continue, another really full delivery. I'm liking the length from Ming Yu. She's trying to get it full, trying to give the ball a bit of air. It's quite windy out there as well. She starts right behind the umpire. Interesting way to come in. Loud appeal for stumping, and the finger goes up, and the skipper from Malaysia is to walk back for 5. That's 2 wickets. Pretty early dose from China. They're looking sharp in the field. Good work there from the wicket keeper as well. Really well done there by China. putting early pressure on Malaysia there. Oh, nice. Little spin away and really well done by the wicket stumping in. The finger goes. It looks like Mahira is the new batter for Malaysia. She's going to replace her skipper. Mahira Izzati Ismail is the new batter. Looks like she's taking centre guard. I mean, with that fuller length, just getting the batter to come forward and beating them on the outside edge. Another one, appeal, not given by the umpire. That one is pulled away. They have a fielder back on the fence for that particular shot. Masalisa on strike for the first time. She's just watched her skipper perish. Scoreline 11 for 2 for Malaysia, having been put into bat so far. The skipper's decision paying off. Got 2 early wickets. Able to spin away. Found that little gap between cover and extra cover there. Bit of bumping and crashing there with the non-strikers between Ming Yu and Masalisa. And gets off the mark of the very first delivery. Masalisa, I'll be looking forward to watching her bat. Another backer for length, straight to point, chance of a run out, good arm. And with just the direction on that throw, I couldn't get it right. And after 4, it's a 13 for the loss of 2 for Malaysia. China keeping a good lid on the scoring and picking up wickets as well. And it looks like we're going to see the first change in bowling. Maruki is going to be taken out of the attack. A new bowler will come in. Number 6, Hu Ying Wang, the new bowler. Applying some tape on the bat, probably the stickers starting to peel off or something. And that can sometimes cause a bit of a flicker, a bit of a noise that could be difficult for the umpires to decipher whether there was an edge off the bat or some noise from the sticker. So good work from Masalisa. She's covered it up with tape now. Wang Ying is going to be bowling. Looks like she's another spinner. By the looks of it, looks like she's a right arm off spinner. Yep. And the way she's flicking that ball in her hands is indicative of her being an off spinner. And let's see. She is, in fact, and also nicely run down to that third man region. Interesting technique with the fielding. Keeps it down to 1. It's guided down to taking a leg stump guard. I think taking both leg stump and off stump guards for the off spinner, Masalisa. Not a lot of turn so far, pretty new, the ball as well. Masalisa wanted to go for the cut, a bit too full for that. Did get the width on that one, but decided to not throw her hands at that. Good delivery, cutaway, straight to point. A bit of a misfield once again. I think we've seen this early morning from the China women's team so far. They've actually thrown really well. Their energy has been fantastic. And just that, there's been a few misfields already. They look like a very, very energetic side. Up in the air, swept away, straight to the fielder. Disappointed there, Myra. That was hit really hard. The producer thought that was a catch. That one is hit away again. No signals from the umpires. So it definitely is below the waist height. And so far we've seen a few full tosses this morning, but Malaysia haven't really been able to put them away like they would have liked to. But they've got to start thinking about building a partnership between these two batters. They've already lost 2 very important wickets up front. This one's holding up a little bit. They want to run on the arm. It's well done by both batters. Pretty well synced on that call. That'll be the end of the over 4 coming off the first over from Wang Ying. After 5 overs, it's 17 for the loss of 2. Mr. Aaron on a plane. He's normally flying without a plane as well. He's in the plane now. It's quite literally flying right now. And there's a second bowling change now. Jia Ping into the attack. Right arm medium. They've decided to switch the departments around. Cut away, straight to the fielder. Well fielded there. I'm loving the arms on these girls. They're actually getting it in very nicely at a very, very comfortable height there for the wicket keeper. It is fantastic to see. Started off with 2 dot balls. Pressure on the Malaysian batters to get some away. That is a very good length. Three dot balls. Something's got to give. It's nicely hit straight to the fielder. 4 dots. It's lovely watching. As a cricket fan, this is fun to watch. There's 2 teams really trying to knock the other one out. And trying to throw their punches. Short ball goes hard, misses it again. 1 ball to come in this over. Masalisa under pressure, 3 of 9 deliveries, striking at 30. very eager to get away. They've put a square leg back on the fence now. And the rest of them are all in the circle. Slow one, it goes across. Keeper gets it, and I think that's going to be the first maiden of the day from Jia Peng. She comes in, replaces her skipper, gets a maiden in, ends the power play with the maiden after 6. Malaysia 17 for the loss of 2. Tossed up straight to mid-off. Oh, just got a little bit stuck with that ball there. And the mid-on fielder. Hating way at mid-on there. Back of a length, up and over, but they've got protection on the fence. They'll be looking for a couple. They're running on the arm. And they get back safely. That's a good run. It's very well run by Masalisa. And they'll be looking at these two to build a partnership. Take them through to the first 10. And oh, nicely swept. She's hit it nicely. They've got a fielder back there at deep square. Hit it too nice for a double. They only managed to get a single there. Runs starting to come to some extent in this over. Single, double and a single. And they'd like to just keep taking it at least. Even if they can't find the boundaries. Once again goes across, goes for the sweep. Looks like the Malaysian batters very keen to sweep so far. I think that's something that maybe was very much harder to do against somebody like Ming Yu. Cut away towards that point region. Will only be 1. Oh, nicely bowled. So far, the bowling from China has been on point. And they've been really, really good. That's the end of 7. After 7, it's 23 for the loss of 2 for Malaysia. Yeah, they can still take their time, I think. Don't have to do anything out of the box. Jia Peng to continue. She's already bowled a maiden. And no runs off for bowling so far. Bowling to Masalisa. That one is driven, but straight to the bowler. Lines and lengths from Jia Peng have been perfect, especially given the wicket doesn't really have too much movement or bounce. Full toss, almost a full toss, Yorker length. Still no runs. She's bowled 8 balls without conceding a run. That is fantastic bowling. Looks very relaxed. Jia Peng Lee. Back of a length this time, but hits straight to the fielder once again. Gets their body behind. And another dot. 9 dots on the trot by Jia Ping. Short ball, hit straight to the field, a chance of a run out had there been a clean pickup. That's the first runs of Jia Ping's bowling. A bit steamy out there, humid. So it'll not be completely brilliant weather. That was a hit hard, but straight to Ming Yu. Lovely throw in. Rocket of an arm on Ming Yu. She actually enjoys the fielding, Ming Yu. Quite good in the outfield. Four dots and a single this over. They put their square leg back on the fence for the last delivery. Myra on strike. Tries to go for the sweep, signaled wide by umpire Renee. First wide from hit up in the air over the infield. That probably run away for the first boundary of the day. Comes off the bat of Myra Izzati Ismail. She gets the first boundary for Malaysia. After 8, they're 29 for the loss of 2. Hit up in the air over the infield. That probably run away for the first boundary of the day. Looks like there's going to be another change in bowling. Jihan is going to come into ball. Looks like she's also an off spinner. Alisa will be on strike. Masalisa Yasmin. Tosses it up in the air. Just misses her. Misses her line there. Once again, drifts down the leg side. Starts off with 2 wides. Hit hard, straight to the fielder. Nicely fielded and nicely backed up. Ming Yu there once again. Back of a length, hit straight to the fielder once again by Marcelisa. Just not able to find the gaps, not happy with herself there, Marcelisa. She's got a couple of opportunities, back of a length, shortish balls that she probably could have worked away for some runs, but she's hit them straight to the fielder at extra cover. And they've got protection at the cover region, but she should have actually got runs off those last 2 balls. Once again, hits it straight to that fielder once again. So frustration starting to build here for Marcelisa. She's 7 of 19 deliveries, 20 in fact now. She's probably just feeling the heat a little bit, looking to get a move on, and not able to find the gaps as she would like. Much better length this time. And drifting down the leg side. Wait for the signal from the umpire. That looks like she did get some bat on that one. And 2 deliveries remaining in the 9th. Jihan with her first over. So once again, nice length up in the air. Should be taken by the bowler, and it is taken by the bowler. Mahira Izzati Ismail not able to work away that full toss delivery, and in the end, just a leading edge, easy grab there for Yihan. So once again, nice length up in the air. Should be taken by the bowler, and it is a very good catch there by Yihan. So she gets a wicket in her first over. Yihan, number 44. Noreen Amanina. Noreen making her debut, according to her skipper. Noreen Amanina goes back, lets that one go. That'll be the end of the over. 3 runs and a wicket coming off the 9th over. After 9, it's 32 for the loss of 3 for Malaysia. If Malaysia can get to 100 from here, the skipper would be very happy, and it'll be a tough chase in the second innings. With 100 on the board so far, they've only managed 32. Another 11 overs. They need 68 to get to that 100 mark, and I think Malaysia would be happy with 100. It looks like another bowling change. Yu Chi Kai into the attack. That is hit nicely. A bit of footwork there from the fielder. 2 runs there to Masalisa. Another spinner. And another off spinner. That is hit nicely. Fielder back there on the boundary. The sun's starting to peek out a little bit now. Loud appeal there from the China women. Nothing coming from the umpire though. On the back foot there, driving it straight down the ground, and no runs available there again. Noreen still yet to get off the mark. Goes on the back foot, cuts this one away, right in the middle of the 2 fielders there. Able to get off the mark, gets her first run. That wasn't hit. That one is hit straight to the fielder once again. Maruki, the fielder there. And the end of another over. After 10, Malaysia, they are 10 overs gone. 36 for the loss of 3 for Malaysia. They've got Masalisa out there still. And the China bowlers have been very, very disciplined. We'll go into a little water break and we'll be back in about 2 minutes' time. Back for play. 11th over coming up. Jihan will continue, the left arm orthodox. Apologies, she's a right arm orthodox. Gets it right up there in the block hole. So far been really tight, the China bowlers in the stumps. They're trying to work it towards leg side. Short mid wicket in place, no runs available there as well. Goes wide of the stumps. Umpire decides to let that one go. I think that is pretty much down to the movement from the batter. Actually walked wide of off stump. So a good call there. Once again in the stumps, hit straight back to the bowler. Not gonna run on the misfield. Ooh, got a little bit of turn. Chance for a run out. Loud appeal. Massive dive there from Masalisa. Safe in the end. Safe in the end there. And just one run coming off the 11th so far. Oh, I think she's hit her own stumps. That's hit wicket. Masalisa there going on that back foot. I think she smashed her stumps there. Yep, exactly there. Went too far back there, Marcelisa, just trying to use the depth of the crease, but unfortunately for her, she's smashed the stumps. Coming down the track, looking for the single chance of another run out. Not there. Well backed up by the China fielders. The new batter, Dhanusri. Up in the air, up and over. Good strong shot there from the batter. Goes over the fielders for 4. Nicely played there. Jihan. Just a tiny bit of confusion there in the middle with shirt numbers and the player names. Just trying to sort that out. The umpires are having a bit of a word with the Malaysian coaching staff. Match referee and the third umpire, John Prakash, just having a little chat there, just sorting out whatever little issue we have. We'll be back very quickly. We'll be back live. Head away towards the leg side, looking for a couple. Should only be one. Nicely fielded there. Was hit by Noreen, and this is Noor Kaireen, who's batting now, on strike for the first time. And pulls it away once again for the single. That one is hit hard, straight to the fielder there at mid-off, and no runs there. A boundary for 1-1 is the reading this over. And Nuramina with that Noreen Amanina with the boundary, that second ball of this over. And this one is hit out to square leg by Noreen. Maruki back into the attack after a 2 overs spell up front. This time drifts down the leg side to start off her second spell. Driven down the ground, fielder in the circle there, chance of a run out. Just a single there. Tanusri, the batter. And just a bit of a confusion with the shirt numbers earlier. Full toss there, hit straight to the fielder. I think something for the Malaysian coaching staff to look at is the fact that they've not really been able to put away the full tosses in this innings so far, and just struggle to get runs off those full tosses. This one is hit towards that square leg. A bit of a misfield once again at square leg there. They'll be able to come back for a couple, and they do so safely. For the loss of 4. Ooh, that one took off a little bit. A bit of extra bounce there. A bit of extra bounce there. Nicely bowled within the stumps there. They're able to work that away for another single. One delivery remaining in the third over for Maruki. Maruki comes back for the last delivery outside edge. Down to third man. And just a single there. After 13, it's 50 for the loss of 4 for Malaysia. Another 7 overs remaining. ball her last over. It's nicely bowled. The length on that delivery was really good. I just missed her line a little bit. Signaled wide. Short ball up in the air, just goes over the head of the fielder, running away to the boundary. Stops inside, they're back for a couple of runs. Malaysia get another couple. They still could get to that 100 mark that the skipper wanted. They are going to have to bat well though. I think with the field spread out, if they just minimize the dot balls, they would be able to get to that score of 100. Already 3 runs off the first 2 deliveries in this over. Drops it out in the offside. Just looking for the single there. Goes up in the air, fielder there, pouches it nicely. Safely taken there at long on. We'll find out the fielder's name. It's Hating Way with the catch. And Noreen on her debut and gets 12. She put a bit of impetus into this innings. She was able to get a boundary. The boundaries have been hard to come by today. It looks like it's the wicket keeper, Aina Najwa, into the crease, onto the crease in fact. Batting at number 7. Mingyu picking up her 2nd wicket today. So far it's been a very good spell from her. 2 for 11 off 2.4 overs. Just love the fact that she just steps right behind the umpire. Very good length once again, really good. Just giving it a little bit of air and just trying to entice the batter to really step out and get to the pitch of that delivery. Wider of the stumps this time. That delivery, just 3 runs and a wicket off that over. After 14, Malaysia 53 for the loss of 5. And discussion between batters. I'm sure they have a score in mind. away towards the leg side, looking for a single, not there. Good fielding by the fielder at short fine. Wang Ying bowling really nicely. She's into her third over. She's only conceded 10 runs. This one cut away nicely. Nobody back on the fence. This might just run away to the boundary for 4, and it does. A bit of a teaser there for the fielder, but the ball wins in the end. Goes for a boundary. Dinasri gets a boundary. It's a nicely played shot. China not having a fielder back on the fence there. This one is driven. It should only be one. Fielded by Hating Wei. She's doing the long on to mid on to long on to long on duties. It tells you that she probably might just be the batter fielder in this squad. There's always one who's very special in the field. That one's up in the air, straight to the fielder, put down. Chance of a run out, and the run out didn't happen as well. That is Kian Fang. Kian Fang dropping that catch. Lovely work there by the director today. And got all camera angles in. So far, this has been a very, very good game. Both teams keeping their disciplines. Unfortunately, considering the format of the game, Malaysia at times obviously trying to up the ante a little bit in the process, losing wickets. But they managed to get up to 60. I think anything around 95, 90 runs still would be a chase for China to make them work hard for their runs. End of another over after 15, it's 60 for the loss of 5. This Hong Kong-China Women's Tri-Series bilateral event by sponsored by India Club. It's not really going to be a very high scoring event by the looks of it so far. The wickets played such that it doesn't look like it's going to be a very high scoring tournament. This one once again nicely played straight down the ground. A tiny bit of misfield. No runs there. Cut away on the back foot, cut it down the ground for a single. Played the cut shot, but played it very straight and punched it down the ground for a single. A brilliant spell so far, 2 for 12 for the skipper Ming Yu. Short ball. Looked like it. Not sure if it is going to be signaled by the umpires. Looked like a couple of bounces. No ball signal from the umpire for the 2 bounces. And they ran a bye on it as well. The signal from the umpire. Free hit coming up. First of the day, if I'm not wrong. It's the first free hit of the day. Down the leg side. Signaled wide by the umpire. Free hit once again, just hit straight to the fielder there. The batter there disappointed. She would have wanted more out of the free hit. Ming-Yu though, she'd love a dot ball on the free hit. Oh, that one is edged down to the third man region. Oh, no edges on that one. I just missed by the wicket keeper. Byes signaled. Ooh, nicely bowled. Very nicely bowled. Looking for the one. Chance at the non-strikers. Ooh, I think a batter throw would have made matters really tight for the batter there. Nurdania. Hit hard. Tries to get her body behind that one. Gets hit on the wrist, I think. And that'll be the end of the spell for the skipper, Ming-Yu. She's bowled out her 4 overs, 2 for 16 for her. After 16, it's 67 for the loss of 5. Jihan to bowl her 3rd over. She's been rather the most miserly of the China bowlers. She's picked up 2 wickets for just 4 runs off her 2 overs. Has been very good. Cut away. It's very interesting. Probably the wicket not playing as fast as the Malaysian batters are expecting. Continue to go on the back foot and cut pretty much straight. Probably playing it a bit too soon. Once again, this time waits a bit longer and cuts it behind point or just right at that line with the point. Just gets that single. Half the over gone in the 17th. Just will require a few boundaries to get closer to that 100 mark. This one is left alone, signaled wide by the umpire. Nurdania on strike right now. 70 on the board, another 30 would be very good for Malaysia. It'll make quite an interesting game. Ooh, that one keeps low, ever so slightly. This plays over the ball. Yeah, they're just having a little discussion with her batting partner, just getting confirmation from her. And it did stay down a little bit. It's nicely bowled, swept away. Deep square leg comes in, looking for 2, not really there. And a nice throw in. Keeps it down to a single. Last ball of the 17th coming up. 3 overs to go after this. That is nicely bowled and nicely hit as well. Oh, nice diving stop there by the fielder at mid-wicket. Keeps it down to 2. Definitely saved a couple of runs there. And that'll bring another over to an end. After 17 overs, it's a 73 for the loss of 5 for Malaysia. A manager for Malaysia. Manager and coach. Appeal for leg before decision and not given by the umpire. Jia Ping Lee. Started off with 9 dot balls. Our first 9 balls were all dots, and that is swung away. Still getting a bit of movement. Very interesting. Jia Ping there. Good lines outside the stumps as well. That one moved away ever so slightly. Don't mind the approach from Noor Dania as well. She's trying to throw the kitchen sink at that one. Oh, swung really hard again. Missed by the chance of a run out! And the finger goes up! Good work there by the wicket keeper. Just a slight misfield first and then picked up the ball very quickly. So another wicket falls in the form of a run out there. Dhanushree, the batter, going out. Ferdina, the new batter. Another leg by. So once again, Jia Ping, 4 balls without a run conceded off it. And finally, a single comes off. .75 for 6 for Malaysia. Tries to hit it hard, straight back to the bowler. And that is the end of the third over for Jia Ping. What a fantastic over once again. Just 1 run and a wicket and a leg by in that over as well. So she's so far bowled really, really well. Unfortunate to not have picked up a wicket yet, but it's 2 overs remain in this innings. It looks like Maruki is going to finish up from this end, and Maruki. Her shirt reads Mark. M-A-R.K. Tries to go hard. The keeper looking for an opportunity. And they start off with another dot ball. Trying to go leg side, just shuffling across, and the bowler then bowls it a bit too far down the leg side for a wide. That's another good ball, another inside edge. Fine leg is up in the circle, so they should be able to come back for a couple. They want to come back for the third. I think that is disastrous. They wanted to go for a completely non-existent third run. Interesting to see which batters walking out. And they looked like they were pretty close to each other. Both stuck at that batting end, and I just couldn't get the whole replay in time, but it looks like it's Noor Dania who's left the field. New batter. Really good ball once again. I think that's going to run away, and it does run away to the boundary for 4. A bit of an inside edge there. Asia getting a boundary. Her first contribution. Inside edge down to that fine leg area for 4. That is driven hard out to that cover fielder. Not going to take on another chance at a non-existent run. Hit hard. Fielder back there, should only be 1. Clean pickup, and they're able to keep that to 1. Maruki ends her spell with the 1 for 20 off of 4 overs. Last over coming up, 84 on the board. I think it's still going to be a chase that China is going to have to work hard to overcome. Have ground staff there and work very, very hard. Ground looks very nicely prepared. The wicket looks good. So massive credit to ground staff, led by Jashimuddin. And last over is going to be bowled by Zia Peng. She's bowled really well, just 7 runs off her first 3 overs. Brilliant. Goes very full again, I think. Just a bit of an inside edge and a little bit of a misfield from Mark at the short fine leg region. Allows them to come back for a couple. I think the last over they'd like to get up over the 90 mark, 92 to 94. Once again, swings really hard. Another dot ball. From Jiapeng, which has been the case more often than not. That one is hit away towards the leg side. They'll be looking for a couple. They'll take on the arm. A chance of a run out. And it's been given. Put in a valiant dive there, but couldn't get back in time. So good fielding once again from the China fielders. Back on the fence here. Number 6, Wang Ying with the throw there. It's nicely picked up. Very well done by Wang Ying on the square leg fence. Once again, a bit of a discussion around shirt numbers and the names. John Prakash once again getting confirmation from the Malaysian coach. Looks like we're all sorted to get the game underway once again. Maybe just a few more seconds. Ariana is the new batter. 87 on the board now. Discussion between the scorers. Discussion between the scorer, the umpire, and the match referee. Just a slight stoppage in play. I'm just trying to work out the shirt numbers in the players out there. Scorer for the game, Akshi Moria and Kashif Mahmood, in discussion there with the third umpire and the Malaysian coach. That's Godiva Lee, sister of Ming Lee. Both represented Hong Kong. I haven't seen them play for a long time, but at one point, yeah, Godiva is happy. She's happy to be on screen. And she's had plenty of screen time as a Hong Kong player. Just get some information from my producers here, and that second person is China's ex-skipper, so both with enough cricket pedigree there. We're back, another inside edge, and down to fine leg. It should only be one. And finally, we've got things sorted. Just the first game of the event, so we'll probably get things all settled as we go on in this tournament. Signaled wide. 2 balls remaining in this innings. 87 on the board so far. 88 in fact, 89 in fact. Zapping there. Once again, a very good ball. Goes straight to the skipper, Ming Yu. A bit of a misfield, but they decide to not take on Ming Yu's arm. Last delivery of the innings coming up. Last ball, hit hard up in the air. Why didn't we see that earlier? It just plucks in the outfield. They'll come back for 2. And they'll end with more than 90, 91, just a few short of what the skipper wanted for Malaysia. And this is going to be a good chase after 20. And Yapeng, having bowled her 4 overs for 14 runs, very, very consistent with her batting. We'll just have a look at the batting card for Malaysia. A few starts in the middle there from Marcelisa. She got 11, Myra got 10, Noreen got 12, and Dhanushri got 13. The rest in single figures, unfortunately couldn't really kick on. 18 extras in that innings, And from China, their bowling was superb. They were very tight, very consistent. All the bowlers that bowled under 6 and over, which was fantastic. Maruki 1 for 20, Ming Yu 2 for 16, and Yihan in the end not bowling out, 2 for 10. Probably the pick of the bowlers. We'll be back with the second innings in about 10 minutes, and until then, it's goodbye.
1967. India Club has been the cornerstone of the community since our formal registration in 1967. Initially focused on Indian community, we have embraced a diverse membership that reflects the multicultural fabric of Hong Kong. Membership at the club is open to all nationalities. We believe sports brings peoples together. We have 2 international tennis courts, and then we have 1 badminton court. We have a gym, we have function rooms, and a restaurant serving delicious ethnic Indian food. Cricket has found a new home in India Club. In the last 4 years, we have grown from 1 net to 6 nets, and we are the only club in Hong Kong to have 6 cricket nets, of which 2 nets are with actual turf.
Actually, we started our club in 2020. That time we have only 1 junior team and 1 senior team. We have now 11 junior teams. We have Saturday League 2 senior teams, and Sunday League also we got it last year. And we have a women's team we are also getting from last 2 years. So we're doing well, and we are just improving day by day, and that's our plan is to get more teams in junior league and senior league as well.
We're back for the chase. It looks like it's number 33, Hating Wei, the opening batter on the strike. Non-striker is number 18, 1-8. Jiaping opening the batting as well. Very interesting. Starting off with a very interesting field. Just a couple of 3 fielders on the leg side. That one goes wide off the stumps. Starts off with a wide. Asia Alisa and China are on the board with their first run. Two fielders in the point region for Malaysia, backward point and a point. A very interesting field set there. The bowler abots. She'll redo her run up. Goes for the cut, misses the 2 points, and work will be done by the third man fielder. Will keep it down to a single. So first runs off the bat as well for China. Quickly off the blocks already. 2 runs off the first. So 1 legal delivery so far, 2 runs on the board. Another 90 to win in 19.5 overs. It's nicely bowled and nicely forward, nicely played. Good straight bat there from Jia Ping. And gives us a little bit of information about Jia Ping here. It's very interesting. Comes in the middle to ball. Bowled a very good spell. Looks like a very good batter as well. It's very good to see somebody playing as a proper all-rounder, batting at the top of the order and bowling her full quota for 4 overs as well. Kudos to Jia Ping Lee. Once again, just checks her shot. Wanted to go for the big booming drive, but not exactly there for her, so just checks that shot straight to the skipper, Winifred. Malaysia not too off of the score that they had wanted, but they'll have to bowl well to defend this one. And that is nicely bowled. Just drops it into the offside. No runs available there. And the fielder on that last delivery. This one is she's tried to just work it behind point for a single. Plays it too straight to the fielder. End of the first. It's a couple of runs on the board for the China women. Good over there by Asia. Looks like it's going to be Noreen Amanina who's making her debut. She'll be into ball first. Looks like it's Noor Dania who's into ball. A bit of confusion with the shirt numbers. Got the correct list from Mr. Snain now. So it's number 44, Noor Dania into the attack. Off spinner. Is playing her off the back foot. Not sure if that's the wisest choice on this wicket. And the ball hasn't really got up too much. You'd rather be on your front foot, I reckon. Hating there. Full toss, hit away. Fielder back on that mid-wicket fence. They're wanting to come back for 2. Good arm there from the fielder. Just a single. Really good arm on Marcelisa. She is a fantastic cricketer, Marcelisa. We didn't really see the best of her today. But from what I've watched over the last year or so, a couple of years, Marcelisa is one of the best Malaysia have produced. And I'm sure she's going to come good before the end of this tournament. And definitely a player to look forward to. Nurdania, though, started off with the dot ball, single off the second delivery. Continuing with her off spinner. Back of a length, just drops it out in the offside. Understood the weight of the shot really nicely and get through for a single. China don't necessarily have to do anything out of the ordinary to win this one. The required rate is not too much, but they are going to have to keep wickets intact. That one is worked away towards the leg side. They'll run on the arm. Chance at the non-strikers, but not there. Another single. China definitely in with the strategy to do it in singles, which is good to see. Tossed up in the air, hit hard and taken at mid-off. What a catch there. Looks like that is Noreen. She is making her debut. She's taken a fantastic catch. She batted all right. That is a very, very good catch at mid-off. That was hit hard by Jia Ping. Couldn't bat as well as she bowled. Perishes. A new batter, UG Kai. And Malaysia have started to make some inroads. They've picked up their first one. A decent length once again. So far, 3 runs off the over and a wicket. And that'll be the end of 2 overs. After 2, it's 5 for the loss of 1 for China in pursuit of 87 more in the next 18 overs. The Hong Kong China women's team is taking in the cricket, just watching their oppositions in action. Ikra Saha, Joylin Kaur, Kerry Chen and Chan Sao Ha. And Yasmin Daswani, who's probably just at the right of the screen there. I see her to continue. Dot ball there. Once again, a play and a miss. Number 2 wide of the stumps, signaled wide by umpire Renee. It's the second wide of Asia's spell. I think one thing that they could do really well would be to keep the extras down and just make this game a lot more interesting. Make the batters work for their runs. Get those runs off the bat. Hit hard, chance for another catch. Will she take it? Yes, she will. Another one goes. China looking to take the aerial route, but this is the second time they've failed to clear the fielder. Looks like that was Marcelisa as well. One of the better fielders of Malaysia. Another wicket falls now. Hating where he goes. In walks the skipper of China. Ming Yu is into bat at number 4. She's got a couple of her top order batters here. I think they don't have to do anything extra. Just need to bat normally. And they've decided to take the aerial route, both times failing to clear the fielder, providing a couple of catches at that mid-off region. Ooh, another wide. Wide and a wicket and a wide. Once again, left alone, signaled wide. Are gonna have to cut down the extras. Tries to go for the cut, misses. Ming Yu. She'd probably take on the game. Ming Yu likes to play aggressive. She's a strong player, strong character as well. Ming Yu, skipper of the team. And these two are going to have to build a partnership here. Once again, lets it go through. Inside the tram lines this time. Nicely played once again. China looking defensively quite good, but so far both the batters, both the openers in fact, decided to take that aerial route and fortunately failed to clear the mid-on and mid-off fielders, and this one once again drifts down the leg side. Another wide, 4th one in the over now. So far pretty much in the balance this game. 9 for 2 for China. Oh, nicely bowled. Very good end to the over. Very well bowled. After 3 overs, it's 9 for the loss of 2 for China. Still another 83 runs required in 17 overs at 4.88 runs per over. Driven nicely straight to Winifred, the skipper of the Malaysian side. It was nicely hit. Good timing on that one from UG. She's only played a couple of balls. Shorter ball this time. Hits it straight to point. Ming Yu wants a single, not there. Ooh. I think she got back in time. A little bit too eager to get on strike there, Ming Yu. And that was non-existent. Would have been curtains had she got a positive response from her partner. One of the two would have got out. There was no single there. This one is played nicely. Mingyu wants a single once again. Throw at the non-striker's end. A long on back on the fence. Mid-wicket back on the fence. Nicely bowled. Just slowed down the pace on that one. UG tried to work it towards the leg side, but it was just a little bit too slow for her. It's too early into a shot. Couldn't really manage to find a gap on that one. Just dropped it into the leg side. Another one hit nicely, but straight to a fielder. Does not manage to find the gap once again. Nurdania so far very consistent. He's picked up a wicket for only 3 runs so far. Another one hit straight to point. End of a very good over. Maiden there from Nurdania after 4 overs. Fielder decided to go at the non-striker's end there. Mingyu is quick. So far her sprinting has been really good. Deep mid-wicket, long on in place for the left-hander. And is that played away towards the leg side, fielder there. Won't be a run. It's nicely bowled and nicely played. Just one more ball remaining in the over. Just one of that as well. Nurdania. One ball remaining in her 3rd over. Only having conceded 4 runs for 1 wicket. Good spell here from her. And ends up with a dot. Really good bowling. She bowled a maiden. The last over she bowled 1 run off this one. Really putting a lot of pressure on China now. The required run rate now almost nudging 5.71 to be exact. 80 to get off the last 14 overs for China. They are going to have to start to find some pockets on the ground and start getting some runs. It looks like there's another spinner coming into the attack. It's number 55, which is Mahira. Looks like Mahira Izzati is going to continue bowling. Nicely bowled, played straight to point, diving stop there. It's not exactly straight to point there, just a little bit towards the right of the point fielder. Manages it very nicely, gets her hands down in time. Played up and over the point fielder. The ball takes a little bit of spin, coming back for the second. Oh, a batter throw would have been close. The keeper and the batter colliding there. Hopefully they're both all right. Looks like it. couple there to UG, who's 4 of 14. Ming Yu so far not really able to find the gaps the way she would want to. 1 of 12 for her. Tossed up in the air, hit nicely and gets through the fielder. Probably should have been stopped, but that's gone for that boundary down the ground for 4. UG gets that first boundary. They'll need more of that. Myra again. This one is just held back ever so slightly and just pulling her length back a tiny bit. And once again, played off the front foot out to cover. Seems like there's a bit of a bad bounce around that cover region. I've seen a couple of balls just pop up. So the fielders have been doing a good job. Comes down the track, and that one once again goes through a fielder. Will that run away to the boundary? I think they'll get it in time. Skipper Winifred runs across, stops that one. Another couple, 8 runs coming off that over. Productive one for China. 20 for 2 after 7. Looking pretty relaxed at the China camp. Coach there with the notepad, has taken some notes. Ooh, beats everything, I think. I don't think they got any bad on that one as well. Yep, signaled by the umpire. The Nushri into the attack. Ooh, nicely bowled, a wayward away movement. Hit nicely. Marcelisa goes for the non-striker's end. Single there. Hit down the ground. Fielders back on the boundary there. Easy single there for the skipper. I mean, you just a second run. 3 runs. 3 team runs in this over. Another couple of deliveries to go. It feels like it's going to go down to the wire. Ooh, playing a miss. A bit too wide of the stump. Signal wide by the umpire. Hemant Tukrul. To win off 12.2 overs. This one is driven very nicely. She's a very good cricketer, this UG. Driven really nicely down the ground for a single. Full toss, hit away, that's going to run away to the boundary. Couple of bounces and into the fence. Bad ball there, put away rightly so by Ming Yu. Highish full toss and she smashes that away. Over square leg for 4. Spoils the over. Another 8 runs in that over. 29 for the loss of 2 after 8 overs for China. Myra to continue. Back of a length, trying to look for that single on the offside there. Oh, straight back to the bowler. Ming Yu once again out of the blocks very quickly. Up in the air, fielder back there, won't carry to the fielder, should only be a single. The required runs in 11.3 overs. Another full toss, hit really hard once again. We'll take a little bit of spin. Single to deep extra cover for Ming Yu. Down the ground once again. That's nicely played. Malaysia just using their options on the boundary fence, and China doing a nice job milking those singles. Another full toss, hit hard once again. There's a fielder back there. Should only be 1, but they run on the arm. It's a bit of a wayward throw there. Allows them to get across for a couple of runs. And after the end of the 9th, it's 34 for the loss of 2 for China. Noreen comes into the attack. The debutante bowling for the first time. She's already picked up a catch, batted well as well. Let's see how she goes with the ball. Tossed up. Another spinner. We've seen plenty of spinners today. China had 4 of them. This is now the 3rd spinner we are seeing. We're only into the 10th over. It's nicely played, straight to the fielder. It's nicely bowled. Oh, gets her body in the way. Would have been curtains had that gone through to the wicket keeper. Noreen there beating the batter in the flight. Unfortunate for her. The ball hits the batter's legs and just rolls and down to that 3rd man area for a single. That's really well bowled. A deep square, deep mid wicket, and a long on back on the fence on the leg side for Ming Yu. She gets another full toss, hits it nicely. Straight to the fielder, a bit of a misfield. Oh, just held in, I think. Fingertip stuff. Maybe a couple of inches away from the boundary there. He came back for 2. Oh, beaten on the outside edge. Nicely bowled by Noreen. 2 runs off the over so far. 1 ball remaining before we go into a well-deserved drinks for the girls. Nicely bowled, really nicely bowled. Tosses it up once again, and that is the end of the over after 10 overs. China still in the hunt. 37 for the loss of 2 after 10 overs. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Back after the break. Another 55 required of the last 10 overs with 8 wickets in the bag for China. And this is going to be a very interesting package. Malaysia is into the attack with her medium paces. Starts quite wide of the stumps, signaled wide by the umpire. This is going to be an interesting passage of play. China would be looking to try and get a couple of big overs as quickly as possible. Don't want to be leaving it right till the end. And this one down the leg side, not a very auspicious start there from Malaysia. One wide down the offside and the other one down the leg side. And they've got to try and make the batters get all the runs. Ooh, hit down the ground. Fielder there, chance for a run out. Oh, I think a direct hit would have had her. Valiant dive as well from UG. This China team not afraid to put their bodies on the line. And just a bit of an adjustment in the field for Ming Yu. She likes to play on the leg side. She has that leg side hoik that she gets quite a few runs off. I'm sure the China team would be doing their calculations. Once again, the batter gets beaten. So I'm sure the China and both Malaysia would be doing their calculations. 3 runs off this over so far, and they require 5.5 in over. Play and a miss once again. So after a couple of wides to start off the over, Malaysia has come back well. 3 dots on the trot. Full ball into that block hole once again. 1 ball remaining in the over. 3 runs off the over so far. Malaysia wouldn't mind 2 and 3 runs off the over. They try to keep the boundaries dry for as long as possible. Oh, slow one there. Nicely bowled by Malaysia. Good over from her. 3 runs off the over. After 11, it's 40 for the loss of 2 for China. China still definitely in the hunt with 8 wickets in the bag. They need to get a few more boundaries and they'll be well and running. It looks like there's another change in bowling. Looks like it's Noor Dania coming into the attack. Sorry, it's Nooreen Amnina. How could I forget? It's Nooreen, the debutante. It's very nicely bowled, really. Oh, chance at the non-striker's end. Oh, direct hit, and the finger goes up. What a throw there from Dania. Dania gets a direct hit. It's curtains. It's curtains for UT. It's a fantastic direct hit. That is a really, really good direct hit. This is going to dent China. And they would be looking to up the ante, and UT was looking good. She'd got into double figures. They would have wanted her to continue, and they would have wanted her to go all the way and finish off the game, but unfortunately they've lost her. Looks like it's Wang Ying who's walked out to bat, who bowled pretty well herself as well. And cut away just in front of point for a single by Ming Yu. I think Ming Yu now is going to be that big wicket for Malaysia. If they're able to pluck her out, it is going to make a massive difference to the chances of China pulling this win off. Still requiring 5.88, which is not otherworldly, so they can still get it done. Shot ball hit hard or taken! What a catch! That is a fantastic grab. She is debuting today, and rightly so. There was a fantastic catch. So, just as we so often speak about, catches win you matches, your fielding wins you matches. And Malaysia, all of a sudden in this over, got a run out of a direct hit, and now a fantastic return catch there by Noreen. Really a good grab there. Was hit hard. Was straight to her, but she had to react quickly. She got her hands in the absolute best position. Nice catch there. Batter number 6. 6 Yuting. Full toss, chance of a catch. Oh, she's taken it. Is there a signal from the umpire? There's no signal from the umpire. That's going to be another wicket. That's 2 and 2. For Noreen, the debutant could very well be the player of the match today. And another wicket off for full toss. Noreen there wouldn't really be too happy with the delivery she bowled, but she'd be happy with the catch and the wicket to her name. And all of a sudden, she's got 2. She's picked up a couple of wickets. She's on for a hat-trick. What a way to debut that would be if she can pick it up. If she gets a wicket off this one. Looks like it's Maruki. And Noreen for the hat-trick ball. Oh, nicely bowled up in the block hole. Just chops down on that one, Maruki. No hat-trick, but 2 wickets nonetheless to Noreen, and a third one to the team. 3 in the over so far. Nicely bowled. Oh, just went overhead. She wanted to take that one as well. It's nicely hit hard. That'll be the end of the over. 3 wickets and a couple of runs in that over. And all of a sudden, China now 5 down after 12 overs, 42 on the board. Hong Kong China women's team having a little feast out there. Please leave some lunch for me. Marcelisa to continue. Just 3 off her first over. Just gotta keep it tight. That one is edged away. And a misfield, looking for a couple. Maruki not aware of it, but gets called in by her skipper. a couple of runs there. It's not over for China yet. 50 to win in 7.5 overs. And for the first time, the required rate is now gone beyond 6. It's 6.13 per over now. Once again played nicely, just behind point. And they get through for another single. Maruki batting nicely, 404 for her. The skipper, Ming-Yu, on 12 from 26. In the context of the game, I think so far she's batted nicely. She needs to be there until the end for them to have a very good chance of upholding this target. Nicely played, very well played. Picked the gap there. Will that run away for 4? No, that one just plucks in the outfield. But they'll be able to get back for 2. Looking more and more confident now, Ming-Yu. It's nice flow to her bat now. It's nicely picked up over a mid-on. They've got a fielder back at mid-wicket. Mid-on was in the circle. And they've decided to bring in the deep square leg fielder and send the mid-on fielder back to long on for Ming-Yu. Come down, hits hard, straight to that fielder at long on for a single. And just with a little bit of intent, now they've got 6 of the first 4 deliveries, exactly what they require. All they need to do is keep ticking the scoreboard over. They can ill afford to lose another wicket. They've lost 3 very quickly, the China women. Shot a ball up in the air, no fielders there, found the gap there. Should only be 1. 7 of the over so far. Last ball of the 13th over coming up. That is hit nicely once again down the ground for a single. And that over, pretty productive for China. 8 runs coming off that over. It's 50 up for the China women's team. They've got there in 13 overs. They've lost half their side. They need another 42 runs to win in 7 overs, exactly at 6 runs per over. Still looking pretty relaxed, the China camp. Noreen to continue. She's picked up 2 very valuable wickets in her last over, plus a run out as well. If she can pick up away Ming-Yu, be a huge scalp. Down the track, fielder there, fielder there. Fielder takes it, another one bites the dust. That's the big one. Ming-Yu goes. That's the 6th one down. This was exactly the wicket they wanted and exactly what China did not want. And looks like it was Mahira on the boundary there at long on. Love the high-flying celebrations from the Malaysian girls as well. They've now got 1 foot on the winning podium with the wicket of Ming-Yu, the skipper of China, who's looking good for 16, starting to find the gaps. And Noreen, the debutant, has picked up another one. She's got a 3 far. Maruki is no slouch with the bat. She's still out there. She needs to stay out there. It's very nicely bowled. Tentative push there. Oh, nicely held. Nicely held by Noreen. Just tells you she's got her head in the game. It's fantastic to see. Short ball this time, pulls it away. They've got a fielder on the fence. Should only be one. Single there to Qian Feng. Required rate now 6.31 for the remaining 41 runs. Another shorter delivery hit nicely, but straight to Alyssa. Chance of a run out, and oh, what just happened there? Noreen didn't go for dislodging the bells. Interesting there. Just one run off this over and a wicket. Good ball. Maruki goes hard. Fine leg up in the circle. Chance of a run out again. Oh, takes a little tumble. A bit of a slip there. Allows the single. 5 balls gone in the over. And this is looking harder and harder for the China women. 1 ball remaining in the 14th over. It's nicely bowled once again, straight to the fielder. Won't be a run there. That's the end of the 14th. What an over once again. A wicket and a couple of runs once again in the 14th over by Noreen, the debutant. It's 52 for the loss of 6 after 14 overs. Lisa to continue, and she gets a wicket. Qian Feng is the non-striker. It's Maruki who's been bowled. Maruki has been bowled by Lisa. She picks up her first. Had a bit of an expensive over, the last over. And looks like now it is going to be a very, very tough task for China to overhaul this score. Another 40 required with 3 wickets in the bag. Looks more and more unlikely for China. Malaysia have kept at it. Didn't really have the best of starts, but they came back really nicely. Got up to a 90+ score, and looks like they are going to be able to defend this one. So China are 7 down, and looks like Malaysia could very well get on the points table in this Hong Kong-China bilateral series sponsored by India Club. So the first team to get on the points table for that looks more and more like Malaysia. And they've picked up 7 wickets. They're only 3 wickets away from securing this win. They fought really nicely, Malaysia. Full one once again and hit straight to a fielder. Confusion with the running again, and Qian Feng gets back safely once again. Xinyu Chen, she didn't feature in the bowling, probably playing as a batter at number 9 for China. What an over so far. Wicket and 3 dots. It's played a bit too early once again, and we could very well see the first wicket maiden of this tournament. That is hit down the ground for a single. Should only be a single, and is going to be a single. And that is the end of the over. Just 1 run off that. That's going to be a wicket over, not going to be a wicket maiden. 1 run off that over after 15. It's 53 for the loss of 7 for China women. They need another 39 in the last 5 overs. Just about 8 runs and over. Well, cricket all around. Some girls in the nets there. Just having a little... Oh, wow. All right, there's a ball stuck. I might have to go around and help them pick it up. Do it every week. And it looks like they've already landed a couple of stumps up on the net. Who's going to take them off? Noreen to continue. Good ball once again. Driven down the ground. That's another single. So far, this has been a fantabulous spell from Noreen. Very excited with the debutant. Back of the lane, tries to work it towards the leg side. Chance of a run out at the non-strikers. Dhanushri there, and going at the non-strikers end for the run out. It was actually nicely turned around by the batter, Kian Fang. Maneuvered her body nicely. Shot, and oh, just misses the fielder. Nicely played. Will that go for the fair? Go to the fence? No, that won't. What a nice sliding stop there from number 55, Mahira. Ran around to her left really nicely, put in the slide, stopped that ball from going for 4, saved 2 runs. Has been a little short this over, goes really full, balls her first wide. Back of a length once again, pulled away towards that leg side. Should only be 1. Is going to be 1. I think overall Malaysia just probably tipping China in their fielding. Yeah, their fielding has been fantastic today. Oh, that is nicely bowled. Very good length and very good line on that one. What a spell so far. 3 for 12 off 3.5 overs. Just 1 ball remaining in her spell. 59 on the board for China. They need another 33 to win. Up in the air. Oh, that's a 4 for on debut. Well done to Noreen. Congrats to her family. Congrats to her coaches. Very well done there. Another wicket. It's nicely bowled by Noreen. She picks up a 4th. There are 5 wickets that have come during her bowling, but one was a run out, which was a special effort from Noor Dania as well. A direct hit. And Noreen finishes off with 4 for 12 off 4 overs. I don't think whoever's deciding the player of the match is going to have much of a confusion in terms of who the player of the match should be. And Marcelisa will bowl her last over as well. She's picked up 1 for 12. I think the bowling from both the sides has been very good. Nicely bowled once again, and that one was nicely dropped towards that offside for a single. Jihan on strike, the new batter. She bowled very well herself as well. Oh, that's up in the air. That's up in the air. That's going to land in no man's land, and they're going to run through for a single. That one just holding up in the wicket a little bit. A bit of extra bounce as well, and a bit of a tentative shot there from Yihan. Gets off the mark. Two runs there. And just a bit of a shy at the stumps, allowing another single. An extra single, I meant. And so 2 runs off that one. I wanted to run, not there. Required rate now closer to 9 now. I think with the outfield and the larger fields, larger boundaries, I don't think it's going to be much of an easy task, but oh, well ran in the end. They get a single. Jihan back on strike. Lisa with her last ball. She's conceded 17, picked up a wicket. I'm sure Winifred would be happy with this performance. And she's bowled Yihan. Yihan does not trouble the scorers too much, just gets 1 run and gets bowled by Marcelisa. Marcelisa 2 wickets off her spell, both of them coming in the form of bowled. Another wicket falls for the mainland China team, and they've lost 9 now. And looks like it's more and more, and pretty much so, Malaysia who are going to get on the points table in this Hong Kong Women's Bilateral Tri-Series hosted by Hong Kong and sponsored by the India Club here in Hong Kong. Malaysia have put together a very good bowling and fielding performance. I'm sure their coaches would be very happy with the way they fielded. And it's Myra who's going to come back for her last over. She's bowled 3 overs, no wickets for 15. Back of a length. Just worked away towards the leg side. They want to go back for 2. Good throw would have her, and I think the finger's gone up. That is the end of that, and China have been run out for 64. They're all out. It was a valiant dive by the batter. Hopefully she is all right. I think she's bumped on the ground with her helmet. Oh, her head hits the turf. Hopefully she's going to be all right. And that is the end of it. In the first game of this Hong Kong China Women T20 Bilateral Series, Malaysia is the first team to get on the points table. They've put together a very, very good performance in the field. Not sure how happy they are going to be with their batting performance, but their bowling performance has been fantastic. For China, and they'll go back and have a look at their batting scorecard. Just a couple of players that got into the double figures. Yuji Kai with 15 and Ming Yu, the top scorer, with 16 of 30 balls. The rest of them unable to get into double figures. Or Zin Yu Chen actually got into double figures just about, and they've been bowled out for 65 in a 17.1 overs. Malaysia, though, would be very happy with their fielding and bowling performance. 6 bowlers used by Malaysia. Asia opening the bowling, 1 for 6 for her. Nurdania 1 for 4 off her 3 overs. She bowled really well. A maiden in there. Myra with no wickets for 16 in 3.1. The Nushuri just 1 over for 8 runs. Noreen, the pick of the bowlers, the debutant, 4 for 12 for her off her 4 overs in Masalisa in the end there. 2 for 17 off her 11 extras in 17.1 overs. That's the end of the game. And we'll be back with you with the presentation. Please don't go anywhere.
Club has been the cornerstone of the community since our formal registration in 1967. Initially focused on Indian community, we have embraced a diverse membership that reflects the multicultural fabric of Hong Kong. Membership at the club is open to all nationalities. We believe sports brings peoples together. We have 2 international tennis courts, and then we have 1 badminton court. We have a gym, we have function rooms, and a restaurant serving delicious ethnic Indian food. Cricket has found a new home in India Club. In the last 4 years, we have grown from 1 net to 6 nets, and we are the only club in Hong Kong to have 6 cricket nets, of which 2 nets are with actual turf.
Actually, we started our club in 2020. That time we have only 1 junior team and 1 senior team. We have now 11 junior teams. We have Saturday League 2 senior teams, and Sunday League also we got it last year. And we have a women's team we are also getting from last 2 years. So we're doing well, and we are just improving day by day, and that's our plan is to get more teams in junior league and senior league as well.
Mic test, mic test, mic test. Welcome to the post-game presentation for Game 1 of the Hong Kong-China Women's T20 bilateral series, sponsored by India Club. We're here for presenting the after-game awards, but we'll talk to the losing captain first from China. Ming Yu, if I can have you here for a second. Tough loss. Of course, first game you must have wanted to get the points first, but tough loss for you guys. You did well yourself. You got 16 runs and you picked up 2 wickets also, and a few of your bowlers picked up 2 wickets as well. So there's some positives in this game as well.
Yes, we have positive and negative too.
Good luck for the next game. Thank you very much. You played well. Thank you. Next up, we'll have the winning captain in Winifred from Malaysia. She'd be very happy with the win. So you girls got over the line. How are you feeling now?
Feeling a bit relieved after getting across the line, but I think we would have done much better in our batting. Like what I said in the first 100 would be a good score. So yeah, we're a bit less than.
Yeah, you girls just missed by about a few runs, about 9-10 runs, but you girls still got over the line pretty comfortably, and you're very happy with your bowling performance.
Yeah, I'm happy with our debutant getting 4 wickets in our her first debut game. So yeah, she did well. And also the spinners did well in this game for us.
Okay, so as you mentioned, the debutant who picked up 4 for 12, scored 12 runs as well. She is the player of the match, Noreen, the player of the match. So we'll have Winifred for translation as well. So Noreen, your first game, was there any pressure? you took a very good catch in the field also, and then you took a very good catch of your bowling as well. So from a viewer's point of view, your batting was good, your fielding was good, your bowling was also good. But if you had to pick one department, what is your best department? Okay, just to round out the presentations, we have Mr. Anup Gidwani here. He's going to present the Player of the Match trophy. That's it from the post-match presentation. The first game in the bag. We'll be back for the second game in just a bit of time. Thank you. नहीं बटन ऑन किया हुन मैं ऑफ किया तो रोक देनी है ना
लाई भाई रोक दे अब ठीक आ रही है अब ऊंची आ रही होगी फुल आ रही होगी
यार उसी माइक ने पाया नहीं
तो किसी बंद कर सकते हैं
और माइक पकड़ाया ना मैंने उधर चलो यार उसको मैंने एक्चुअली पहले बोला भी है मैं एक्चुअली उसके पास आके उसको यही बोला है कि माइक मैं ही पकड़ के रखूँगा और फिर आई मैंने माइक जाके नहीं वो इनके प्लेयर्स को बोल दो इनके मैनेजर्स को बोलो कि प्लेयर्स को बोले कि कमेंटेटर माइक रखेगा
चलो दिस इज अनोइंग नाउ अगो अगो
वो सच्ची ओए हुन तो तुम फिर मिडल लैग बना मत ये ले सर अंपायर द रिपोर्ट यार ओए प्रोड्यूसर ये उसने मेरा माइक ही ऑफ कर दिया